So there's the Temple of Heaven in the distance. I'll try and remember to put some videos after this, but my god, it is beautiful. I see a bit of a different colour than the others. Really, really stunning. Like I said, we can't get in there. I've already tried. So we need to be a few days in advance. But there we go. So I've just had a look on Google Maps. I thought I was relatively close to being home, but after looking at Google Maps, I've got at least a 2-hour walk in front of me to get home for the night. But then we've got the airport tomorrow morning, fly out to Dubai, so might have an afternoon nap and get up early to head to Dubai. So this is about as modern as Beijing gets down here. You can see a couple of big screens there for advertising. Lovely clock tower down the back. Back there, and my arm is wobbling a bit now, mainly just because I'm tired, to be honest, more than anything else. That giant block of poop is Beijing Hotel. It's probably really nice inside, but it just does not look like much from the outside, has to be said. The malls at Oriental Plaza. Sure, there's some great shopping in there. That looks to be another quite large mall over that way. Haven't actually walked down this bit yet, so this is quite cool. Kind of a different side to Beijing from what I've seen so far. Some Chinese brand names. I've not heard of them elsewhere. Not Lapu Gold anyway. That rings a bell for me, but again, I'm not 100% sure. Now I'm sure this next building will excite a fair few people. I know it'll excite Kira, and I'm pretty sure she'll be watching this. She better be watching this. But this big ass thing is apparently a bookstore. Actually, Rachel, who I'm meeting, the one that I'm meeting in Copenhagen, would be excited about this too.
Yes.
I'm not sure if that's taking photos or not. I think it's meant to, but I'm not sure that it does. Oh well. Big bookstore. So bonus. Did not make a wrong turn. I'm completely on the correct way. Some VR store or something there. Arcade. I think this is more what I was expecting when I thought of Beijing initially. It's kind of got quite a large dichotomy really, which I like. It's different parts all over the place. It's Cartier over there. There's some high end for you. I think this is the food gallery over here. Omega watches, Tiffany & Co. Vaping Ice Factory, flavoured ice I would imagine. Cartier, or Cartier, I think it's Cartier. Cartier. Eating. There's a shoe store. Gonna have a look in the shoe store. And so I've already looked in another one. But there seems to be some cool stuff in here. And leaning. I wonder how far they're leaning over. Not long until they become falling. God, I'm dumb. Fucking hell. Oh, I found it funny, so. See how that looks really freaking cool. That advertising board on the corner there. And of course the clock is Omega. You just saw the Omega store back there. Another arcade perhaps. Oh, there's an Omega store underneath it, Longines. There's a Gazebo store here too. I think it's meant to say La Mer over there, but it looks like Lama. Oh, somebody didn't think. Chanel. So just to sum up Beijing, ultra modern bottom with the traditional rooftops at the top. So I was wandering down that main street there on my way to get home, and out of the corner of my eye I saw something that I couldn't ignore. Nice big, I don't want to say graffiti wall, but it kind of is. How freaking cool is that? Just out of absolutely nowhere. Probably has something to do with this fun fly place. Supposed to be all that anime and stuff. How cool. Alright, we're getting into some honesty time now. I'm over halfway with my final walk from Temple Heaven back to the apartment I'm staying in. And I've got to be honest, my legs are starting to go. Thankfully I've got a nice big flight early tomorrow morning to rest my legs, and then I've got about 21 hours in Dubai, but obviously that's going to come down to like 17 or 18 by the time I get back into the airport. Now what I'm really looking forward to in Dubai is seeing the sunrise from the Burj Khalifa. So I've booked in a 5 a.m. time slot. So my flight gets in just before midday. My activities and stuff start at about 3 o'clock. And then I'll be going through, I have about 5 hours or so for the Burj Khalifa in the middle of the night. So I don't know what I'm going to do with myself for that. I haven't booked accommodation or anything. I'm really hoping my bags can be checked through despite the long layover. But we shall see. If not, then I'll find some baggage, some storage to put it in. And then, yeah, we'll sort of go from there. Either that or I'll just drop them off at a backpackers for the night or something like that. I don't know, we'll find out. But seeing the sunrise at 5 a.m. from the 124th and 5th story of a building, something that kind of appeals to me. I think that'll be quite nice. So that's the last thing. It's the last thing we're going to do before we leave Dubai and head to Copenhagen on that 7-hour flight. I'm hoping that I'll sleep at least 6 of those 7 hours. Just like I'm hoping I'll sleep 8 out of the, I think 9.5 or 10 hours that it is to Dubai from Beijing. So that's the plan. I might have a bit of a nap when I get home or when I get back to the apartment in about 45 minutes or so. Might be a bit longer because the legs, like I said, are wobbling. So yeah, might have a nap for a little bit, try and figure out how I can put this video together, and then sort of go from there, head to the airport, and then onwards to Dubai, and then after Dubai onwards to start the adventure properly in Copenhagen. Well, not properly, but it is called a Kiwi Idiot in Europe, so that's when the European section starts. But yeah, let's get it. And just for another little treat for us on our way back, kind of how we started via Hutongs. Now, I've not walked down this Hutong before, but it should be fun. Oh, maybe not, my legs are stuffed, so hopefully we'll see some interesting stuff, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Really enjoying just discovering these and exploring these Hutongs. It's really fascinating. And there's no entrance to a courtyard. And then on this side we've got some actual buildings, so it's not a true Hutong, I guess. It's kind of the mix between the two, which is also quite cool to see. More courtyards down there and houses. But yeah, catch up soon.